So I talked about how you can mix one step with itself and with other colors in the Pro Acryl line, and I really want to focus in on that. Let's do a little bit of the flesh here. The set one comes with Shadow Flesh, which is a really good dark color to get your skin going. But what if I want to alter that a little bit? Maybe if I want it a little bit brighter, maybe I want it to have a little bit of a greenish tone, a yellow tone. You do an alien skin, but you want to mix them together. So let's do a little bit of that. I'm going to take just a little bit of the Shadow Flesh and put it in my cup here. And then I'm going to take, in this case, a little bit of green, believe it or not. I'm going to take a little bit of the graphite green. Don't tell anybody, but it's one of my favorite colors. And I'm just going to put a couple of drops of graphite green in the flesh tone, right? And one of the best things about One Step is you can just play till your heart's content. You can mix colors however you like. This is going to give me just a little bit of a tonal shift in my skin. Treat it just like any other paint where you can tint it, tone it, shade it, add colors together, mix them how you like to get new colors. And it doesn't do anything strange, stays exactly the way you need it to. Doesn't alter the properties, doesn't get cloudy, doesn't have any weird tendencies. Just paint with it exactly the same. Again, just enough moisture on my brush to keep the paint flowing, and then we go to town on the skin. You can tell I'm just slopping it on. Even across big open areas like the top of a head, shoulder pad, you name it. Just ladle it on there. Let the model do the work of drawing the paint across the surface. Gravity and shape will do all of that for you. And then if you notice it piling up heavy in any areas, dab it away as needed. But it couldn't get any simpler in how to approach it. I'm a little more careful, as you should be with any type of heavy filter like this where you have a lot of fluid on the brush. Just making sure that as I go in between the line there of the flesh and the yellow, that I'm probably doing that when I have less wetness on the brush so that I know I'm not going to build up a ton of fluid down there. So I'll start my brush stroke up on the top of the back here when I know I'm very wet. Let that do its work. And then I will move down towards that seam line between the gown and the skin when I don't have as much wetness on the brush. That'll just help you in the long run with any of these types of paints to not get color extending beyond the border of where you want it. It's a different way of painting than normal. We normally are controlling a lot of the moisture on the brush, being a little bit more discerning with how much we use because it'll have negative effects when we paint with standard layering paints to put this much material on the model all at once. But that's what these paints love. They want to be used aggressively. They won't fill in details. They have a low viscosity, so they flow very well. They're not going to fill up chainmail and get rid of details on a model. They're going to look and lay flat exactly the way you expect them to, no matter how much you pile on. In tight areas like this where I have, a bunch of colors coming together, I want to make sure I stay in the lines. I'm basically going to do more of a dabbing approach with One Step so that it sits less of a brush stroke that forces the paint around and more of a, I don't want to call it stippling, but just dabbing the brush. So I'm applying the paint in small little dabs. I feel like it keeps it controlled a little bit better. And we'll let that dry, but a really quick and nice application for flesh tone, where we darkened it up just a hair with the graphite green. And it's going to give us a little bit of tonal quality, shifting it to the green in the shadows, but keeping that flesh tone overall. So it just shows how well they mix together. Even when you're doing very subtle transitions, you can feel free to get real aggressive with your mixes, blue and yellow to make your own greens. Go for it. They act like normal paint, so you don't have to treat them any differently. If you see two colors that really interest you and you think they might make something cool if they're put together, put them together. You'll have a lot of fun with it.